What's up, everybody? In this video, I'm gonna show you or tell you what I think, or basically what I like in a girl, and I'm just basically just gonna get straight into it. So, the first thing I will say is she's truthful, loyal, respectful, a 10 out of 10 body um, sincerity, and challenges you. Okay, so obviously those are like some basics, every guy probably would agree with what I have to say with that. Like especially the 10 out of 10 body. Like we want a girl who looks good, who feels good, something like we can grab on. Like I don't like when a girl is like, I don't know how to describe it, but I think it's just, I don't know, it's just with certain girls, okay? So every time like I would try to like pinch them because like I try pinching them because like if I want to touch you, I'm gonna touch you. So one tip I do give is like I like pinch their sides or something like that. Like I just grab them, like I'm like pinch them, right? Like come here, right? I actually got one of my friends to do it to his girl, and he was like, "What?" And like she pinched him back, and it's like a little game now. And Loki, that's some ball knowledge right there. You just gotta be confident enough to do it. But yeah, I like when like there's like some like fat to grab. I don't know if that makes sense, but like there's a difference between like pinching somebody and like there's like fat and like it's firm, and then there's like a difference between like pinching somebody and it's like like straight through. It's like marshmallow. It's too soft. Like I want to grab something, like especially during like intimate times and stuff like that. I want to grab something. I don't want to like, you know, try and grab and it be soft. I don't. I think that's just like a really personal thing. I don't think most guys really care about that or are thinking of that about that. But that's what I personally desire. So yeah. But I also like when a girl. Let's just move on to something else. I like when a girl can just be with me and like don't she doesn't have to say anything. Like we don't have to say anything to each other. Okay. And I know that sounds like what? She's gonna be with you and not say anything? Yeah, like low key. I like when a girl can like be quiet and then like I can be quiet and we can just be with each other. I feel like it's like very loving when a girl and you or myself, right, can just be with each other. Like we don't have to pollute, we don't have to say anything. We just love each other so much that we can be with one another and not have to like constantly talk about everything. Because low key silence is beautiful. And the more you sit in silence, the more you enjoy it, right? Because you're not overstimulating your brain. Our great ancestors didn't have to really we didn't they didn't have technology, they didn't have headphones, they didn't have, social media and stuff like that, so they didn't probably have all this bullshit going inside their head. Because I feel like a lot of social media makes a lot of people insecure and stuff like that because they're comparing themselves to someone else's lives and stuff like that. But the only reason we are insecure is because our mind is chatting so much shit to us. So it says a lot about a girl when she can just be in silence with you and just walk with you and like just be with you, right? And not have to say anything. It takes a lot of love and courage to like hold your tongue and not say anything. And I think that's very beautiful. Because I have like this image. I remember I had this dream where I was sitting with this girl. She had no face though. Okay, we're sitting. There's like a little bench on the side, and then there's like a tree, and then there's just like a lake, and it's like foggy, and we're just sitting there, and we're just looking out. We're just being with one another, being present with one another, because we love each other so much. And I don't know what she looks like. She's faceless because I don't really know who she could be, right? Because like if you think about it, like your subconscious doesn't know who she is right now, but later on, if you find that girl, it might replace, that girl in the dream, right? I call her my dream girl. I think I wrote poetry about her. I think it's on my notes or something. But yeah, so I think it's very important that you can sit in silence with your partner and not have to say anything. You love them so much, you're not saying anything. I like when a girl is not scared, shy to show affection in public. Okay. I remember like affection as in like holding my hand, just like maybe like a little kiss, like a peck on the cheek or something, play with my hair, or like I can play with her hair or something like that. And like we can just like be close. But like I'm not talking about like making out like out in public and shit like that, because trust me, I had plenty of that during my freshman year. But I remember one time we were at the movie theaters, and what was it? Yeah, we were watching the Elemental movie. It was like my girlfriend of, or my ex of 3 years, and we were watching the movie, and at the start I low key went in, and then we were just making out for like a whole hour. Like we did not watch the movie at all. It was so bad. I felt bad for everybody in the movie theater because it was like shit. Because like we were kind of in the front, low key, and it was a kids movie, but I can't go back and change that. That's just some Zach lore right there, like some Chad lore. But like, yeah, we were just making out for like an hour in the movie theater, and afterwards, it was kind of like an inside joke after that too. So every time we would like see the Elemental movie, I'm like, "Oh, do you remember watching that in movie theaters?" And then she's like, "No," or like sometimes we would lie because we would be around her family, and she was like, "Yeah," or whatever. But we know what we did, and that's what I liked about it. But yeah, but like some girl who isn't scared to show affection in public, like literally just hold my hand and like just let me, just like, be on my side, like give me a hug or something. It's not that deep. No one really cares about if you're being affectionate or not. I don't know why a lot of girls are like scared to hold hands or like anything like that. Like I understand it, like make out sessions like in the hallways and stuff, but like low key I used to get those too, like during high school, but I kind of stopped because I low key didn't want to. I don't know. I just didn't feel like it. But yeah, but it's not that hard to just hold a hand and stuff like that. Like she's not insecure. She's not thinking about what other people are thinking of her, because first of all, she's not worried about that. Second of all, she's not insecure. She's confident. She knows what's going on and stuff like that. She doesn't have a lot of trauma, and I don't. Another thing is like she doesn't have a lot of trauma. She has like good parents, right? Like her parents are together, like they're very loving, taking care of each other. But a lot of girls have a trauma, and they, like, their mind is just chatting so much shit to them and stuff. Like they're so in their heads and stuff like that. And I don't like it, because like I'm like, bro, like I'm the one who should be thinking right now. You're the one, like I'm the one who should be worrying about stuff, like if there's like a burglary or some shit like that, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like I'm the man. I'm the one who's like gonna defend us. Obviously, like fight, beat the hell up, beat somebody up or some shit if they test us. You know, protect us, right? You're the one who should just be here and be like, trust me and stuff like that, and just like be with me and just talk to me, right? Or just whatever we're doing, like not in their head and stuff like that. Um, So I said this a lot. I don't like when she's insecure, because I found out when a girl is insecure, that's when they can't take compliments for one. They won't trust you because they don't trust themselves, right? They're insecure. They don't know what's going on. They're not secure because they're not confident. Their mind is chatting so much shit. They're worrying about so much BS that doesn't even matter, right? And I found out that they'll hide stuff from you. They're gonna be more um, inclined to lie to you, because they're lying to themselves first of all and stuff like that. So who says they won't lie to you? So that's another sign you need to look out for. Um, they're more likely to be selfish and be self-absorbed, more likely to be anxious or avoidant, basically making you not feel seen. Okay, I oh my gosh. Okay, well, I used to do this to girls too. So I think it's because like my dad wasn't really in my life, but now that I know that there is, like, you can always change. It's never too late to be the person you desire to be. But Um, yeah, I had like two girls who would like act like they didn't even see me or like act like I was there, and I didn't really feel seen, especially like in public, and that's kind of fucked up, right? It's kind of like you're hiding me or some shit like that, and I don't want that, and I don't desire that for any guy out there. Okay, you deserve somebody. Oh shit, fire ass backpack. This guy with the motorcycle was outside my window. He just drove by. I think he's going to work or some shit. I don't know. But yeah, I just didn't really feel seen when I was literally right in front of them, right? They would act like I didn't exist in school and class and stuff like that. And I don't want any guy to go through that. Okay? That's really fucked up, right? How are you gonna be like talking to this girl or this guy and you're not even trying to like you're trying to avoid them first of all, and you're anxious to see them because I used to be anxious to see the girls that I liked and the girls I was talking to, but then I was like, you know what, fuck it, that's some bullshit. Like my mind is just telling me some bullshit, and that's why you need to have that ego death. You need to have, um, you need to meditate because our minds, if you just let your mind run and like whatever, and you don't purposely plant thoughts into your mind, then your mind is just gonna be like all over the place because it's all trauma. And what happens when we have a lot of trauma, our mind is constantly overthinking, overstimulated, fight and flight and stuff like that. We're not really calming ourselves down by going on social media fucking scrolling and shit like that because um, low key, every time we would get uncomfortable, think about it. Every time we feel uncomfortable, we are more inclined to go on our phone and scroll on social media because we're trying to distract ourselves from that negative feeling. But the whole point, the only reason we're having that negative feeling is because it's like an emotion that we had in our past, and it's always there, and it's just trying to rise up. But we don't give ourselves time to actually relax and see the emotion and feel it, right? And eventually like all that anxiety and shit goes down because we feel it out. It just needs to be processed. Trauma is just unprocessed emotion. So we have all these girls and guys out here. Trust me, I was one of them. I used to have the anxious and avoidant attachment style, but after like I started healing my past trauma and like breathing, meditating, and just sitting with it, calming my body down, calming my mind down, because really your mind is just like going because we're in fight or flight. But if we were calmed down, our mind wouldn't be going. Like it's like I have moments in the day where my mind isn't really thinking about anything and it's a blank canvas. And the more I can do that, the more I can hit flow, hit or replace that thought with like something that I want to happen, like manifesting. Okay, we're manifesting right then and there that anxious thought because I remember back in class, I would think like, oh shit, like I'm anxious, like something bad happened the other day, or like she texted me and I didn't like it, or something like that. Like we're like fighting or something. I don't know. And then like I had to go see her, and then we had to act like we didn't, because she told me like I don't want to talk to you or anything like during class, like or anything like that, because she said in the past like she would talk um like when she talked to guys, like she wasn't able to focus on a relationship or anything like that. So I guess I was basically setting myself up for failure. But I used to avoid it because I had all these negative thoughts, and it was like basically putting like a limit on my mind, right? I notice when you're in your head, right, you basically zone out, like you limit yourself on things. You're like, I can't do this, I can't talk to her, I can't do anything like that. But if you actually just took a breath and relax your body, your awareness opens up so much, and when that awareness opens up, you have so much power to do whatever you want. And that's why I think it's important to meditate and relax. I would love to find a girl who actually loves meditating, loves doing yoga, or like loves, like does something to relax, works out, takes care of herself, eats healthy and stuff like that. Because I feel like if she's anxious, she's gonna be anxious to see you, and then when she's anxious to see you, she's not gonna talk to you, she's not gonna be loving, she's gonna be in her head. And that's why I'm like, she needs to be confident enough to not be in her head and be with me in the moment, right? Because it takes a lot of confidence to not say anything or like pollute the air with anything, right? Because like she trusts me, she feels safe, she feels seen, stuff like that. And I feel like that's very important. So I want a girl who can, first of all, make me feel seen. She's not in her head, and I don't have to heal so much of her trauma. But like, I like listening to people. Okay, a lot of people. I know I'm not gonna get a girl who's like 100% trauma free, right? Everybody, like, I'm not fully healed from past trauma and stuff like that, but I make a conscious effort to heal from my past trauma, and that's what I desire. Like, right, like I can listen to somebody and they can heal from that trauma, and then I can tell them about my trauma and I can heal from that. Someone who's willing to listen and not be like me, 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 me. The only reason we feel like me, 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 me is because we're freaking insecure for one, self-absorbed, selfish, and what's it called? It's narcissistic, but it's also like uh insecure, right? Like we're basically insecure. Like the only reason we have insecurities is because we're thinking that something bad is going to happen to us, or like what other people think of us. But if we just stop thinking some bullshit and then we look at the other person, they're insecure as well. Like I noticed that, like, they're insecure as well, which is crazy. And I think it's like bullshit that like everybody's just walking around insecurities, and really at the end of the day nobody really cares. And I try to help people by giving them compliments. I'm like, hey, I like this, I like that, and it gives them like a little confidence boost, and maybe from that they can you know go out and help someone else. And I think that is very important. But yeah, sorry, I that's like a little side rant, but she's gonna be more inclined to be like talking crap, right? Like I had this girl say like I'm an asshole or something, like she's joking and stuff like that, but like personally I don't deserve that shit. I deserve better. Okay, you if she's being disrespectful, like literally cussing at you and like calling you, not like calling you names, but like literally like be like, oh, you're an asshole or something like that. You don't deserve that. You don't need that in your life, low key, because you need that positive, like someone who can support you. Okay, and I desire somebody who can support me and support the work I do, and support my purpose, support me to get better, support me to grow. And I want the both of us to grow together and grow old together. It's not like I don't want somebody who I have to like grow, because like I'm gonna grow either way in my own way, but I don't want to feel like I have to like help them or like carry them to grow too. Okay, and maybe I shouldn't just desire for them to change. Maybe I should just like let them be, and that's actually not a bad idea. I should just let them be, and if they want to grow, they can, and I respect that, and we grow together. But if they don't, if she doesn't want that, then I'll probably just find someone else. She's not my wife. That ended the story. Okay. Um. Yeah. Do not take any disrespect from a woman. If she's cussing at you, if she's hitting you, if she's doing anything like that, is because she's insecure. She feels bad, and you need to leave her and don't talk that shit out. Okay. The first time, okay, okay, which chill, right? You set a boundary right then and there. But the second time, no, out. She's gone. She's gone. There's no three strikes. She's out. Have the balls to like tell her to go and leave. Okay, it takes a lot of balls to get rid of a girl and not go back, even if you love her. I loved so many girls, and yet I left them, or I left one of them. One of them left me. Um, Another one left me, and then I told this other girl, I said, nah, I'm good. Like, I don't want a relationship with you, because low key, she hit me. I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, yeah, nah, this is over. I don't respect you, nothing. I don't even want to talk to you. Don't look at my face or anything. Like, even if you are gonna get some, like, get some, like, don't even take it. It's not even worth it. Okay, she doesn't deserve anything like that. Like you need to have the abundance mindset and see that like you can get it from a different girl who's actually a value. Because for like a lot, I don't want a girl. I don't want to have pointless sex, right? I want to have somebody that stirs up my desire to be better, be a better man, be a better person. Go give my gift to the world, and she supports me and she challenges me. Okay, it says right here, I want a girl who can challenge me. This is very underrated because I feel like a lot of girls, like, they're obviously gonna challenge a guy, but they're not gonna be like consciously doing it. But because like I think it's like built into them because they have to figure out if like you're actually this type of guy or not, like if you're him or not. So she's gonna do like tests and stuff like that to help you, become a better man. It's gonna see if you're gonna rise up to the challenge, right? Stuff like that. A girl who can be okay. I I want a girl who can personally be hot, freaky, and sexy, like hot, spicy food, right? Like that high energy, like it's like really hot, sweaty, stuff like that. And cold and relaxing, like giving me massages and stuff like that, like a cold ice drink, right? Like a cold iced tea, right? Think of summer, like during summer, we're gonna be a lot more hot. That's why we got fans. That's why we got we're gonna be more inclined to sweets and stuff like that. So if I'm working like a really, really long, hard day at work, or I'm working like a lot of hours, like on my YouTube videos, and like I'm just burnt out. I'm working out a lot. I'm building my physique and stuff like that, and I'm just sweaty. And I come home, or like she wants to hang out, and I tell her to come over and stuff like that. And I just want a girl who like can relax with me, right? We can read together, we can massage, we can relax, we can just go on a walk and just chill, meditate together. And I think that's very important. But on like, because it's kind of like seasonal, right? Think about it. Um, on the other hand, I want somebody who can also be like hot, freaky, sexy, stuff like that. It's kind of like I want someone who's balanced, who can be one or the other when I need it. But I feel like that is kind of selfish, and that might be too much to ask. So it just depends. Like I think somebody could do it because at the end of the day, who says you can't have both, hot and cold? Like literally balance. Like our nervous system goes like this, right? So when it goes hot, it goes to cold, right? When we take a cold shower, our inside is actually turning up hot. That's why we are more awake, more alert in the morning. That's why it's like a really good thing for like cold showers in the morning, and at nighttime we take a hot shower, like a steamy like sauna, something like that. It makes our insides cold, and then like when we're out of the sauna and we have like our fan in the room, it makes our body temp cool, and we're cool, relaxed, and we're ready to go to sleep, get some really good deep sleep, right? So I think it's very important to have both. But I can make a video in the future about it where you can, it says in the book, you should low-key get this book. It's called The Way to a Superior Man. It's basically the relationship book on how the masculine and feminine works, even if you're gay or anything like that. It Because like there's always going to be a masculine and there's always going to be a feminine. There's going to, because we're like polar opposites, right? So I think uh a girl, I think God gave us women as like a gift, right? He took the rib of Adam and he made a woman out of it, right? That's basically his polar opposite, and that's what attracts us together. But we also are attracted to actually, I don't know. It's very weird. So if we're more, I don't know. So if we're more like somebody, like if we have common interests and stuff like that, we're gonna like someone more. But if we're polar opposite at the same time, that's gonna create a sexual desire and stuff like that. So I think it's important to have both, right? Have common interests, but not be too familiar with one another, because that's where depolarization comes from, right? You still need some mystery, you still need something to be curious about in the other person, and I think that is very important because um if you know everything and everything about somebody, you're probably gonna get bored of them and then move on to someone else and stuff like that. So you kind of have to mix it up a bit, be unpredictable and stuff like that. So yeah, I think it's very important for a girl who can be balanced and stuff like that. Um, let's see right here. It says I want somebody who I can grow old with and someone who wants like a lot of kids, right? So I think I already said this, but yeah, like I just don't want to carry them. I'm gonna constantly keep on growing by myself, even with or without her. If she has to go, she has to go. But if she wants to go with me, she can, and I respect that. And I do want someone who desires to go with me, like right, get better with me. I like when she does stuff that she doesn't usually do, or like like she's willing to try new things with me and for me. Like she does something for me, right? Because I remember in the past I had this like my ex of 3 years. Um, what was it? So she used to not really run or work out or anything like that, but I was like really in my bodybuilder era, like my freshman year and stuff like that, and I would be working out and stuff like that, and I was like, hey, I want you to try running with me and stuff like. So I was like, okay. She didn't want to, but I was like, if you do it for me, I'll make it worth your while, right? If you know what I mean. But yeah, so like she would just run with me, she would go walk with me, she would run to places with me. And after the workout, I remember one time we went on like a 3 mile run. So it was like 1.5 miles there and then 1.5 miles back. So it was three in total. And we were running and we got back and I was like stretching her out and some freaky happened, but y'all don't really need to know that. Okay, if y'all want to know the story, let me know down below. But I don't think y'all want to know about that. But yeah, so someone who can do stuff for me and like try something out, and I can try something that like um she wants out, right? Like it's always good to try something new, and I want us to grow together and grow old together, and not have to feel like I'm dragging her. So that's basically what it is. Um, okay. I like the nerdy type. I think this is weird, but I also like a bad type. It just depends. I only like the nerdy type because I'm pretty sure it was because like I was insecure back then, low key. But it was because like she's innocent, right? I like a girl with glasses. I think that's very hot as far like low key. I don't know. I like a girl with glasses, maybe black hair or anything like that. It just depends on the girl. If she's sure, I don't really care about quality. I'm not gonna talk about like qualities, but like for sure glasses, even if they're fake, shit, I wear like fake glasses. So like come my way, I just think it's hot because like it's like she's like innocent and stuff, and then like when she's innocent, like you know, she's not talking to a lot of guys. She's like she doesn't have a lot of experience, and like if I can open her up to like new experiences like sexual desires and stuff like that, I low key fuck with that. So I guess it really just depends on the person and stuff like that. But someone who can stir up like desire, motivate me to get better, because I feel like girls are like walking inspirations, right? Everywhere, like you see in music, right? I feel like 90% of the songs in this world is about girls. Literally, like some girl who broke his heart or some love of his life or anything like that. Or maybe I just been so focused on girls, like I haven't seen the other side of what it was. It's either girls, fame, money, um, status, stuff like that, right? It's basically like the hierarchy thing. Like we all want to be at the top of the food chain, right? Not food chain, but like, status. Like we all want status and stuff like that. Like I want a fast car, but I think I just want that for myself. Like I want to drive like a really fast car. Who doesn't want to drive like a really fucking fast car? Maybe some people out there, but I personally desire it. So yeah, if she can take praised and stuff like that, I fuck with it because she's not insecure. Someone who's confident, not in their head. Let me see if I can think of anything else. Okay. Yeah, I also think it's important for a girl to choose me personally, okay? Because I feel like a lot of guys out there are chasing girls who don't want them and they don't choose them. And they're just wasting a lot of their time on a girl that doesn't even want them in the first place, right? And if she doesn't even want you, she's gonna treat you like shit with disrespect and all that stuff, right? So she needs to choose you. Actually, I think I might make a lot of YouTube videos about this book, like, because it's low key fire as fuck. If y'all want to go read this, the chapters are really short, right? They're like 1 to 2 pages, but it's so freaking powerful. And I think I got this for like $30, no, $20. You can probably buy it online for cheaper, low key, like buy an ebook or some shit on the Kindle. But yeah, have a girl choose me, right? If she can choose me, then I don't have to like chase her or anything like that, right? Because like I can be focused on my work, I can be focused on my purpose, and she's still gonna be there, right? She's gonna imagine this, like you're going out into war, right? And like your mission is to like freedom, right? The whole point of us going into war is because we desire to be free. We want to be financially free. We want to be free to do whatever we want. No limiting beliefs. No, free from our mind, our ego, everything, okay? That's why it's very important to like meditate and have no thoughts, because we're free of the desire. Like we're free from desires, we're free from um, status, money, fame, all the distractions in this world, and we can actually create something beautiful from that. And we basically have a blank canvas to put whatever we want, right? To focus on. So I think it's very important to. Oh yeah, so we're going out to war, and when we're going out to war, imagine like a girl who's like, she's like, oh, she's just out there, and she's like dressed up all pretty trying to distract you, but you're so focused on your purpose, right? She's still gonna be there, right? She's gonna still be there and whatever. I think this is probably like a bad example, but like just imagine like a girl out there, like she wants you so badly that like she's still gonna be there. She's gonna um love you. She chooses you. She wants you, exactly, right? She's trying to distract you from your purpose, but she does it because she loves you, right? She wants you. And when you're done with your purpose, you can come back and she's still gonna be there. And I feel like that's very important for guys out there, right? Because I feel like a lot of guys don't know what they want in a woman, and they also chase girls that don't even want them. Like, bro, you're just wasting your time. Like, if a girl doesn't like me, don't go like burn the ship. Okay, there's plenty of more. You should have the abundance mindset and go out and go talk to as many girls as you can. I know that sounds like hoey and stuff like that, but you're young, right? You're not gonna be marrying any of the girls you're probably gonna talk to. Okay, let's be honest. Okay, you're not gonna find the one with the first relationship you have. Okay, I know it seems like it, and I know it. Whatever, it seems like bullshit, but you, I lived it, and trust me, I've been there. I'm just letting you know, like I'm ahead of the race. I'm ahead of the race in life right now, and I'm just trying to give you the advice that I lived through, so you don't have to go through the same BS that I did for me to, so you don't have to, right? Like I lived. Okay, so basically the video got corrupted, but what I was saying is, so you don't have to go through the BS that I had to, and basically that was just the end of the video. I just wanted to remake the ending so it just end off on like a fucking cliffhanger or some shit. But if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe, share, comment down below if you need any advice on anything. I love helping y'all, and I do want to help y'all. So let me know. I'll be making a new video soon, and I think within a couple weeks from now, I'll be making courses and I'll be selling the art of seduction. And it's basically a step by step guide on how to, choose the right person to to do's and step by steps on which stage you're at, because I lived through it. I done it multiple times, and I think it's very beneficial and it's really consistent if really get good at it. Okay, so I love y'all. Y'all guys having a great day, amazing day, and share with the boys. I love y'all. Bye.